BG, thanks for taking the time today. We'll get started here with Jeff McLean and then Tim McManus.
Hey, Brandon, what do you think of the decision to bench Jalen Hurts for Nate Sudfeld?
I'm always happy when a guy get the opportunity to go out there. I knew Nate was gonna be playing in this game. Couldn't wait to see him because I know it's been a minute. Normally we get to see him preseason games and stuff like that, but we ain't had the luxury of doing it. But I was happy to see Nate in there.
Did that suggest that Doug and the team wanted to win?
Oh yeah, they wanted to win for sure. I mean, we went out there all week, saying how we wanted to go out there and win the game and make sure that we had them celebrating on our watch, especially as a defense, especially because we knew Jim Schwartz. This was his last game with us, and it was just tough to not send him off the right way.
Tim and then Bo.
Brendan, but at the same time, there was multiple healthy scratches. A lot of guys who were, ruled out. Hurts gets pulled in a 3-point game, and you have, some veterans, not only Schwartz, but some veterans who are probably playing in their last game that have, spilled a lot of blood into this team. From that perspective, did you see that as a proper way for them to go out?
I'm always trusting the organization decisions. So me, I'm just out there trying to go hard to try to help us win and keep everybody motivated to do that. The calls that's made, that's not my call, but I do know that the whole goal this week was to try to win, and that's been the message because we didn't want them celebrating with a hat and T-shirt on our field.
Oh, and then Les.
Brandon, what makes a good defensive coordinator? What are you hoping to see with whoever it is that replaces Jim?
I just want them to be real, like Schwartz. Schwartz is real. Hold everybody accountable, and just be you. Whoever you are, let that be who you are every day. Because at the end of the day, you hate to see people that fake it. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually you find out the real them later on. That's not good. But I think that just come in being real and being themselves, and just knowing that you're gonna have people that's here that's gonna buy into it, and once we learn their message, and as leader of this team, I want to make sure that I come ready and motivated and try to help others along the way. So just be real and be who you are, and just want to win. That's it. Have a winning mentality.
Having had a year with Matt Burke, do you think he would make a good defensive coordinator?
I did see that that Matt was a candidate. I like him as our position coach. As a coordinator, I never had him as a coordinator, and I know things would change because he's a coordinator, and but I love him as a coach, as our coach. We had some good times this year. To get 40 sacks in the year that we had, as far as 4-11, that was big time. I was happy that we accomplished that as a group. But I know that we left some stuff out there too that we can get better on. That we got some unfinished stuff that we need to settle next year, which I know we will. But I'm all about whoever they feel is fit for the position, for us and as a whole. So I think that Matt Burke he knows us, he knows the organization. He's been there, been here 2 to 3 years now, and so whoever they hire, man, we gonna be behind them 100%.
Les and then Ed Press.
Hey, Brandon, what did you make of the report yesterday that Carson Wentz wants to be traded? And in the wake of that, is it possible for him to be the leader of this team going forward?
I think that it's a lot of emotions involved right now with people, and I know that's all Carson business on what he want to do. I don't know how true things are. I just know that that's what's being reported, but I do know that if things could be fixed, we definitely gonna try to do that first before anything. And so I know that I would be mad myself if I was not having a great year and got pulled out and things like that. I would want to figure out, am I in the plans or how this going to work? I just think that it's a bunch of a bunch of stuff up in the air that hasn't been addressed yet. But now is the time, and hopefully things change because I do believe that Carson could still win over this team again like he did before. Jalen definitely is a guy that's gonna compete for a position too. But you got to enjoy the competition. You got to enjoy the whole process. Anytime you get to step out on that field or just be a part of the NFL, period, it's a privilege. So I think that once they get their business taken care of this off season, I think things will be more clear and people could I think emotions definitely would change as people start to communicate with each other and come in the middle somewhere.
Thank you.
Ed and then Kristen.
Hi, BG. You've been a part of a lot of these day after clean out the locker days now. Does this have any different feel to it, knowing that this team next year could look a whole lot younger?
Yeah, it sucks because I know some guys is not coming back. That's been here a minute with me, and it's just tough because it's a lot. You just don't know who that person's gonna be, but injury has definitely hurt a lot of people's chances of coming back because of the injuries and sometimes it just sucks because some guys I know can still play, but when you've been hurt a lot here and you hurt period, people know that they taking a risk. And so for the guys that I played with for a long time and been here a long time, like JP, I hate to see him go out the way he did, especially knowing what I've seen when I first got here. That boy was out here blocking 2-3 people in a play, and I understand we all have our time as we get older. But I know he was dealing with injuries this year, even last year. But I think that the saddest part for me is just knowing that a lot of guys that I've been playing with for years might not be here next year.
Kristen and then John, come on.
Hey, BG, to that point, because there is going to be so much change in this offseason, how do you remain so confident that you guys can turn things around for next season?
Because just look at this year, how it played with the guys that we played with. I can't remember the last game that Lane played on the line. I can't remember the last game Brooks played. Brooks didn't even get a chance to play to the season. He got hurt real early for us. Just some of the guys that I forgot, like, dang, they hurt because you don't get to see them because they try to keep us separate with all the COVID stuff. So when guys come in, they coming in early to get their treatment, and then they head home. And then when you see them again, you're like, oh man, I forgot cre'von LeBlanc. He was hurt. Man, I know he was practicing hard this off season. He was doing a lot of stuff that I know would have helped us. Even like Avante, a lot of guys was hurt this year. Injuries played, but we definitely stayed in a lot of these games despite the injuries. I think Doug does a great job of motivating and keeping everybody on that next man up mentality. And it's all a mentality. It's all about keeping yourself ready. Even though you might not be seeing the field now, you don't know. Week 10 come, somebody get hurt. Now it's your opportunity. It's how you've been handling the situation up to that point, and hopefully people have at that point been staying ready and staying eager for their opportunity. And that's why I know next year is going to be even better because we had a lot of learning that we needed to do this year, and it just brings me back to the 2016 year where we found ways to lose, and then that following year we found ways to win because we went through some things. So I'm hoping that coming back this off season, people use this motivation, this feeling, and use it as motivation so that next year when we're in these moments, we know that we got to always take care of those little things as far as the penalties and the self-inflicting things, and turn those things into positive this for the next upcoming season because that's what beat us last year.
All right, we have time for one more, so we'll end it here with John.
Hey, BG. We just talked to Zach. He was pretty emotional about the uncertainty of his position moving forward. You've been through that before a couple years ago when you didn't know if you'd be back. How difficult is that for you in that type of circumstance?
That's when you really got to lean on your family, the people outside of here to keep you to keep you good because you don't know what the future holds. I didn't know if I was gonna be back. I really thought I was gone after that Saints game. I didn't know. I didn't really know what the organization felt. But like I say, even with this goes back to that Carson question earlier. Once we started talking and started filling out what their plan was for the offseason and what they thought about what the future for this organization and where they want to be, you start to feel a little more confident and comfortable with moving forward. And so I think that once people start talking, once Zach started talking with the team and seeing where they at as an organization and seeing what they want to do, then that's when you kind of understand, okay, either I'm coming back or I'm not coming back. And so I think that it's just a bunch of uncertainty right now. I think that people just want to, predict what's going on based off what they felt happened towards the end of the season, but you don't really know. I mean, I'm hoping that you get a guy like Zach back. I know Zach what it means to him. I know I've been here a minute with him, and I've seen him during the good and bad times. And so he's a guy who's all in. You hate to lose guys, period, because you know how much they put into this because you see him every day. And that's a guy that I hope we can work it out with too.
Thanks for your time, BG.
Thank you.